So we know, guys, Bitcoin is in fact crashing. If you guys haven't seen my most previous video, okay, the one that I uploaded earlier this morning, okay, definitely check out that video. But today, guys, okay, tonight I want to make another video talking about this crash, okay, because a lot of people are in fact panicking, okay, and I know at least one of you guys, okay, or majority of you guys watching this video right now are in fact panicking. Okay, you want to, sell your Bitcoins, you want to panic sell your Bitcoins, and you probably have that question, should I get out now? And the simple question is no, because we know a bull run is coming. I told you guys many times, we haven't seen the real bull run just yet. Understand, guys, we haven't seen anything just yet, even though, guys, right, earlier this year, 2024, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin pumping. We know Bitcoin did in fact reach back up to its previous highs of $69,000, and it did. Okay, back in March this year, 2024, we saw Bitcoin reaching a new high above $73,000. Okay, but after that, it did obviously have some pullbacks, and that is exactly where Bitcoin is right now. So understand, guys, we haven't seen anything just yet. The real bull run hasn't begun just yet. Understand that, guys. And I told you guys many times. I still think Bitcoin is still on track to reaching at least $100,000, most likely towards the end of this year, 2024, and of course next year, 2025, is going to be an amazing year for Bitcoin and crypto, right? Because that's when we will obviously be in a bull cycle, in a bull market. Okay, and that's when the real bull run will begin next year, 2025. So yes, do not panic. Simply, okay, buy more. Take this as a once in a lifetime opportunity to buy more Bitcoin, guys. This is obviously a great opportunity right now to buy more crypto. Okay, it really is. It doesn't just have to be Bitcoin. Whether you guys are investing into Bitcoin or any other altcoins, this is obviously a great opportunity right now, okay, to buy more. Okay, please, guys, take this as a huge opportunity to buy more Bitcoin and crypto today, right? So yes, there is in fact a fair few things I want to talk about for tonight's video. Just give you guys a little update, why not, on Bitcoin and crypto, since it is actually slightly dropping even more where it was early this morning. It's actually dropping a bit more tonight. And there is obviously, a fair few other things that I want to talk about, why Bitcoin is, having this crash right now. Okay, I want to talk a bit more about that as well. So let me show you guys what is happening right now with Bitcoin. And you guys can just clearly see Bitcoin right now holding at $57,000, 600. Okay, so 57K, 600. And earlier earlier today, okay, we saw Bitcoin having its drop. Like I told you guys, right? If you guys haven't seen my most previous video, you should definitely check it out. But this is pretty much what we saw Bitcoin happening earlier this morning, right? We saw Bitcoin dropping from $60,000 all the way down to about 58. It even at one point went all the way below $58,000. It was like around 57,700, right? So this is where Bitcoin is right now. You also just clearly see it's dropped even more. Now it's officially at $57,000, so below $58,000. And yeah, it dropped even more slightly. Okay, so Bitcoin right now is down over 4%. The total crypto market is down over 4% today. Okay, now you can just clearly see the global crypto market cap is now sitting at 2.1 trillion, 2.13 trillion to be exact. So yes, for the past 24 hours, we are in fact seeing Bitcoin dropping, Ethereum dropping, and a lot of altcoins dropping today. Altcoins dropping, over 5%, 10%, even some over 10%. So today is obviously a red day, okay, and we should honestly take this as an opportunity to buy more. Do not panic sell, okay. While others are fearful, we should be greedy and buy more, guys. I'm telling us right now, do not panic sell, okay. Buy more. I'm telling you that right now, you will not regret this when you buy, right? And this is how people, make money during bear markets, because we are in fact buying, at the lows, okay, during a bear market. And then when we are in fact in a bull market, we take money off the table, right? That's if you want to take money off the table and whatnot, right? So that is, pretty much how people make money in the crypto space. But a lot of people out there, okay, they like to panic sell, okay, and they sell at the wrong time when we are in fact in a bear market, and that's obviously not the time to sell. it's a time to buy. When we are in fact in a bear market, and when we are in a bull market, right, in a bull cycle, that's when you should be taking money off the table, right? So that's that. Not financial advice. Always do your own research. Obviously, right, none of my videos is financial advice, so always do your own research, guys. But the main reason, guys, Bitcoin is obviously dropping right now. And of course, if Bitcoin is dropping, then altcoins will follow with it and drop with it, right? So $100 million Bitcoin liquidated as Bitcoin drops. So there is, in fact, a lot of, liquidations going on right now, and potentially other things that's causing Bitcoin to drop even more. Potentially whales, but someone out there is obviously selling a whole bunch of Bitcoin. Okay, who knows? Okay, it could be whales. Obviously, there's a lot of liquidations going on right now. And that is pretty much what is causing Bitcoin to drop right now, and pretty much the entire crypto market. So let me just show you guys what's been happening for the past few hours. But you guys can just clearly see for the past 24 hours, okay, long positions, $257 million. Now, check this out. For the past 12 hours, only 12 hours, $189 million has been liquidated, which is absolutely insane, guys. For the past 1 hour, over 2 million, almost 3 million. For the past 4 hours, a whopping $42 million, right? So obviously there's a fair bit of liquidations going today, right? So that's that, and that's why we are in fact pretty much seeing Bitcoin having these pullbacks, right? And pretty much the entire crypto market having these pullbacks, right? So that's one of the main reasons, guys. Okay, now let's get into some of these Bitcoin charts, starting off with this one. And it says here, Bitcoin retraces back to the lower support zone of a range. Bitcoin is bullish. It's undergone a large range. Look back to previous chart pattern, larger the range, larger the pump. And you guys can just clearly see from this chart, right? We saw, or you guys can't really see it, but let me just get out of that. We had a pump, and then we had a range, a pump, range, a pump. And you guys can clearly see this is a pretty long range. And this is where Bitcoin is right now. You guys can just clearly see that when we saw Bitcoin reaching a new high of, over $73,000 was at this point right here. And you guys can just clearly see it's been pretty much consolidating at this level. You guys can just clearly see, we can see a support level and a resistance line. And Bitcoin has been strongly pretty much consolidating at this level, right? In between, $70,000 and below $70,000, at those 60K levels and whatnot. And even at one point, at some points, we saw Bitcoin just below, 60K, $58,000, $57,000, which is where it is right now. Even, a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, that's where we saw Bitcoin, right? Back in like May, I believe, it went all the way down to like below 60K. So understand, guys, okay, just like what it says here, larger the range, larger the pump, and you'll just clearly see a huge pump will come, right? Because in previous range, these were pretty small, ranges, and we did in fact see a pump right after it. So potentially, right, we could potentially see a huge pump coming for Bitcoin. And I really do believe this is going to be the last pullback for Bitcoin, right? Before we, actually see a huge pump, right, coming through. So prepare yourselves for that, because obviously we know a bull run is coming, and that's why we should not be panicking, right, for Bitcoin right now. Okay, so I want to show you guys this. We are still early to the next Bitcoin bull run, and it's just showing us that, obviously, the halving events, the Bitcoin halving events, and you guys can just clearly see every single time right after the Bitcoin halving event, we do in fact see Bitcoin running up. We do in fact see a bull run, but understand, if you guys look very carefully, we don't see Bitcoin pumping straight away. So our third halving, right, when we had the Bitcoin halving, right, our third halving back in 2020, we didn't see Bitcoin pump straight away. You guys can just clearly see it took actually a couple months before we actually saw Bitcoin running up to the upside, okay? And look back in 2016, our second halving. Once the halving happened, we didn't see Bitcoin pump straight away, right? It took a couple months, and then it started to slowly run up to the upside. And this is where we are right now, right? You guys can just clearly see that. So obviously this does in fact take time. Let me show you guys a better one, okay? The halving cycle, this one's a bit more better than this one. So let me just show you guys this. But you guys can just clearly see once again the halving. Okay, Bitcoin right now crashed, and you guys can just clearly see it's still holding very, very strong. When in doubt, you really got to zoom out. But yeah, Bitcoin, okay, soon enough is going to have a run up to the upside. Okay, it's going to enter a bull run. Yeah, I should just clearly see once again in previous Bitcoin halving events, the third halving, which is this orange area right here. The second halving is the yellow area right here. And the first halving is the blue area right here. So you guys can just clearly see with this black line right here, when we had the Bitcoin halving, every single time, okay, we enter the Bitcoin halving event, we don't see Bitcoin pumping straight away. You guys can just clearly see that from this chart, right? It takes a couple of months. The first halving took a couple of months, and then a run up. Okay, once again, the second halving, okay, it took a couple of months, and then we had a run up. Same with the third halving back in 2020, right? It took a couple of months, and then we had a run up. And that is exactly what Bitcoin is doing right now. Understand we still have potentially, a couple more weeks left, couple more months left even, right, before we actually see a bull run happening for Bitcoin. So this all takes time, guys. When I told you guys, back in April when we did in fact have our, fourth Bitcoin halving event, I told you guys that Bitcoin will pump. And you guys are probably wondering, wow, it's not pumping yet, right? Why isn't Bitcoin pumping? We had the Bitcoin halving event. You said it will pump. But understand, guys, it takes time, right? It will pump. Trust me on that. Bitcoin will pump very, very, very soon, okay? It all takes time, okay? So understand, okay, this has happened in previous Bitcoin halving events. This is not the first time. This has happened many, many times in all of them, right? And I really do believe in Bitcoin history, this will still happen majority of the time, right? So understand, guys, it takes time before we actually see Bitcoin having a run up, okay? It doesn't pump straight away right after the Bitcoin halving event, okay? It takes time. So prepare yourselves, all my Bitcoin holders out there watching this video right now, because Bitcoin will pump. Okay, so that's that. But since we all should be buying Bitcoin right now, it seems like we are not the only one that is buying Bitcoin today. El Salvador is buying the Bitcoin dips. This is the way to go. Okay, and this is very, very true. We should be more like El Salvador, right? Buying Bitcoin today, buying these Bitcoin dips, taking this as an opportunity to accumulate more and buy more. Okay, this is a huge opportunity, guys. Remember, guys, if you guys have, in fact, been watching my videos, I've been telling you guys many times, even when Bitcoin was like above $60,000, 63K, 65K and above, I was telling you guys, this is literally a once in a lifetime opportunity to buy more Bitcoin. And since Bitcoin is now below 60K, this is a huge opportunity to buy more. Okay, it really, really is. So please, guys, you guys watching this video right now, if you guys are in fact Bitcoin investors, or if you're just in the crypto space and you guys are crypto investors, take this as an opportunity to accumulate more right now. Okay, so that's that. Today is obviously a great day to buy more. Now, Rich Dad Poor Dad author says Bitcoin could easily hit $10 million per coin, and that is very, very true, right? I obviously agree with him. Okay, Robert Kiyosaki, okay, the author of the best book out there, Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you guys haven't read that book, please read it. It's absolutely amazing. It changes your mind, the way you think about money and whatnot. It's a great book. You should just generally read it. And I'm pretty sure everyone has read that book. Like, who hasn't, right? But yeah, he is obviously into Bitcoin. He's obviously a Bitcoin investor. And he has made many, many, many predictions. And he's saying here that, yes, he has said this a fair few times now, actually, that Bitcoin is eventually going to be worth millions of dollars. And that is very, very true. And this is obviously one of the main reasons, guys, I've been telling guys many, many times to accumulate at least one full Bitcoin, because this one full Bitcoin, right, will get you to places. Okay, you will obviously have wealth to your name. You will obviously become a millionaire just by simply owning one full Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will be worth millions of dollars per coin one day. Okay, of course, I'm talking long term. I'm not talking short term. So long term, over a decade, over 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, yes, we're going to see Bitcoin worth millions of dollars per coin. Okay, it will get there eventually. Understand that, guys. And that's why I really want you guys to accumulate one full Bitcoin, because this one full Bitcoin will change your life. Okay, so that's that. But yes, before I end tonight's video, the monthly returns so far, July, we are only 4 days into this month. Only 4 days, so a couple of days, not even a week into this month yet. And July, it is down 8%, over 8%. And I told you guys that, usually July is usually a pretty decent month for Bitcoin and crypto, right? But and that, it may change, you know what I mean? It may change right now, right, for, this month for 2024. But yeah, since clearly see in previous years for 2024, I mean, for July, okay, in previous years for July, the month of July, Bitcoin has actually performed pretty decently, right? But for this year, 2024 in July, it could change because so far we're in a couple of days into this month and Bitcoin is already down almost 10%, right? And that's because of what is happening right now with Bitcoin, all the money that's being liquidated, all these long positions. And of course, potentially someone out there, who knows, it could be whales obviously causing this crash as well. But there's a lot of, selling going on right now for Bitcoin. And hey, I don't mind. Okay, I really don't mind because obviously I'm taking this as an opportunity to buy more. Okay, so that being said, guys, in my next video, I will go ahead and buy some more Bitcoin. So stay tuned for my next video. Okay, coming up in the next few hours. So stay tuned for that. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I will potentially be going live today. It's been a while since I went live, so I might go ahead and go live today. So stay tuned for that. But on that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.